Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things injustice. This is for the week of November 14th, 2019. The current character challenge is for Arkham Killer Croc. That is a 1 week repeat, and the required characters for that are Harley Quinn, Flash, and Sinestro, who are all available as bronzes in the store directly, so this is great for newer incoming players. His passive is Apex Predator, which is Killer Croc gains armor when he tags in or does a special attack. And Arkham characters' special attack use also give Killer Croc armor. And that is some grammar where I kept trying to pronounce it as use. We had a take that we had to throw out because it confused me.
Yeah. So he's got good high stats. 1240 attack, 1360 health. He is a spectacular tank. And we've demonstrated him a few times in an Arkham team. Link is in the playlist description and in the eye in the top right corner. And this is probably another good example of why the Tantu Totem has been such a game changer in ways that aren't nearly as obvious as just somebody doing specials.
Yeah.
The first part of Killer Croc's passive needs him to tag in or do a special. But the second part is the great part. It also builds armor when a teammate does a special.
Yeah.
So this is... It may not seem as obvious because he doesn't need to be the specialist to take advantage of his passive, meaning he can have all three gear slots to make him more tanky, instead of trying to make him better at specials, which is...
Yeah, so he's a great tank support for an Arkham specialist.
Right. So let's say in the teams that we've demonstrated, you've got a damage over time specialist like Arkham Knight Catwoman.
Mm-hmm. His
armor lets him be a great meat shield, so that he can take the time in the fight, taking whatever damage might be coming his way, while the opponent bleeds out, or whatever your preferred damage over time is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big reason why we like him so much on an Arkham Knight Catwoman team, because I think Arkham Knight Catwoman is probably the best damage over time specialist.
And also an Arkham character, which is, the second necessary component for that.
Right.
This week's multiplayer reward is Gingo Fruit, which becomes the Gingold Soda. That gives you 30% damage reduction from basic attacks. Blocking stops 22% more damage. 35% damage reduction from crit attacks, and its evolved ability gives you up to 20% chance to take no damage from basic attacks. And these are all when they're fully maxed out.
Right. And so, just like Killer Croc is a great defensive character, the Gingold Soda, I wanted to say Gingold Solda, which is totally wrong.
We've had a lot of issues with pronunciation and words today.
So it's a great piece of defensive equipment. When you use it on the right character with the right combination of gears, you can avoid taking any basic damage at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, we demonstrated that on Regime Nightwing, so that's the silver one. So he's got the passive that reduces his basic damage by 50%. This gear can reduce basic damage by 30%.
Mm-hmm.
And Killer Croc Companion Gear reduces basic damage by 20%. He's taking no damage. In fact, on this loadout, that evolved ability of a 20% chance to take no damage from basic attacks doesn't even matter, because any basic attack he gets, or that lands, is 0 damage.
And what's even better is that he's got a power drain special, right? So if you're playing properly, you never have to take any damage.
Right. So, and if it's one-on-one, I think he's basically it. Like, I don't think he's beatable when it's one-on-one. Unfortunately, most fights aren't like that.
Yeah.
And that only takes 2 gear slots. So he's got a 3rd gear slot, which you could use for, say, Razzle Ghul Scimitar, because it keeps draining power, just like you mentioned about a special one.
Yeah.
But you could also use it for one of the damage over time gears that are proportional to the opponent's health.
Mm-hmm.
So that means no matter how high their health is, you've got a guy who takes no basic damage, and he can take off, say, with Ibistic, take off 10% of their health with each time he does a special.
Which would definitely not make it a fast fight, but it's a good way of consistently being able to win fights.
Yeah. Now, I just also want to mention, I mean, we're talking a lot about just how good this gear is. We've used this on our, on our Justice League team, on New 52 Superman, and there's a link there in the description too. I mean, it requires a 3rd gear slot to reduce his basic damage taken to 0. So Batman Ninja Helmet, which with power can reduce, every 5% will reduce the damage by up to 2.3%, right? Mm-hmm. So with 3 bars, you reduce damage by 46%. His passive reduces damage by 30% if he's got 2 Justice League teammates. So you could do the same loadout. We normally don't like to go full tank on somebody, but New 52's passive, New 52 Superman's passive, means that he can get a huge amount of an offensive boost, and if we just gear him out to be a total tank, he's actually wickedly effective.
Yeah. So there we go. In the store, we have Arkham Knight Batgirl for 27 Canadian. It's not worth it. It's only one copy and 100,000 credits. They won't unlock in your store. It is probably next week's challenge, but they depart from this every once in a while. I think most often when they're doing a Suicide Squad run.
Right.
But it's probably next week's challenge.
All right, so this next pack, the Gotham Gold pack, or Gotham City pack, I can't remember. We'll
Doesn't
have to take a
matter.
look at the video. Anyways, so you get 3 Gotham characters, and it used to be that you get them 3 randomly, so it could be like a bunch of bronze and silvers. But when you look at the description here, what it's saying is it doesn't give a percentage for each. It just lists 3 of them. It lists Bane, which is silver, Deathstroke, which is silver, and Insurgency Joker, which is gold, which to me makes this the worst paid pack ever because you're getting one. All of these characters are available in store.
Yeah.
You get them with credits instead, and 2 of them are silvers.
So it sucks. It's just bad. It's an insulting pack.
I mean, you'd just be better off using power credits to get them directly from the store.
Yeah, it doesn't unlock them in the store because it doesn't need to.
Right.
There's no value added, right?
Yeah.
We also have in Survivor the League of Assassins gear set until the 27th of November 2019. And Phantom Zone is back pretty early for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed because I've been hoping that last Phantom Zone that was 18 days was meaningful or something special, and clearly not.
Yeah.
Fight 62 still broken.
Mm-hmm. And we also have gotten everybody in Breakthrough now, and we're going to link in the description a Reddit thread from a user named Devlin16 that goes over what the complete Breakthrough cycle is, and it seems pretty accurate in predicting what future stuff will be because it looks like it is cycling through that.
Right.
Moving on to current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android.
Right. Spoiler alert, nothing has changed this week. Nothing much has changed lately, actually.
Yeah, we've been saying that a lot.
Yes, because we're still waiting for an update, which it's looking less and less likely is going to happen, but we're still holding out hope.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
This is the longest wait, I think, between updates that we've ever had.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. So we'll start with the significant not working glitches. We start off because people are looking for it. There's no working glitch for credits that we're willing to endorse. Linked to our Season 6, Episode 9 of our P&Q and C and A and T video that's usually weekly, where we talk about why there's a glitch that's being used that we don't endorse because of the risk. The main point is that the risk of logging into one account simultaneously with 2 devices has a risk of having your account suspended.
Mm-hmm. And other things that there's no current glitch for, getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards, getting early multiplayer season rewards, and getting through the Phantom Zone quickly. So there's nothing to do any of those things right now.
Right. So working glitches, these are sort of 2 related ones. So the glitch to let you replay Phantom Zone to reset it and still keep the rewards, and the glitch to let you reset the challenge, both working. It's been confirmed on the current Arkham Killer Croc challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we say they're related because if you do one, you're doing both at the same time. Don't reset your progress on one thing unless you want to reset your progress on both, or at the very least are willing to.
Right. Okay.
The breakthrough glitch to let you play it repeatedly is still working. We've cut and pasted into the description a comment from a viewer who has a potential solution for people who are having trouble playing extra breakthroughs. We can't confirm whether this works since we're not having the same problem, but you can check that out if you're having issues.
Right. Airplane mode / refund glitch still working. It's good for packs with random drops, such as loot boxes and any other kind of random stuff where you do not need to be connected to the internet, like the Last Laugh tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not work in the Phantom Zone for us because it seems to require an online connection. People have been saying that it works in iOS, and it almost looks like it works on Android. But if you're paying attention, even though it shows you a different reward, if you try that method on Android, it actually doesn't change what you have in your collection. So
yeah. So it just wastes your time. Just tricks you and wastes your time.
Yeah.
Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges, as always. Put your clock back to normal before you finish. Although it's not like you're losing the discount gold packs anymore, so there's a little bit less of a... There's less things that it messes up.
Yeah, I think, though, that for all those people that keep on saying that they are losing... When the new challenge comes out, it doesn't come out on time. I think this is probably a likely culprit for their troubles.
Free energy without having to watch the video still works if your button is ungrayed out. Ours is only ungrayed out intermittently, but whenever we can actually click on it, we can skip watching the video.
Yeah, and you can see that every week in our P&Q and C and A&T videos.
Yeah, and we've also cut and pasted a comment from Dragons952, an iOS user, if your free energy button is grayed out on iOS. Can't confirm its effectiveness, but it's there if you're on iOS and you're having that specific issue.
Right, and so the last one is the sort of the technicality glitch, where it's not working, but it's not working because the conditions haven't been there. It's the promotion glitch to promote characters that are still locked. Conditions haven't been right since 2.14, which is a long time ago, but we've just kept it in the list because it hasn't failed us once when the conditions were present. It's just that the conditions haven't been present for a long, long time.
And to finish up, we'd like to give a huge thank you to everybody who continues to support us on Patreon. A huge thank you to Console Peasant, who is supporting us at the top tier Last Word, Sean Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Mall, and Michael DeVries, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Eddie G and Chris Wolf at the gratitude tier. Thanks so much for your support, and thanks so much to everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda!